Hello friends, let me move on to the three different question. The question is going to be based on a circular arrangement with also a blood relation, right? So friends, if you are preparing for IBBS PO or the upcoming SBI PO, so whatever the PO level exams, you can definitely see this question in our exams where circular arrangement or linear arrangement or complex arrangement that is based with the blood relations also, right? So friends, how to solve this question faster? And another thing I need to say one thing, that if most of the trainers will say avoid this type of question in our exams, right? So friends, if you are writing a prelims exam, you can avoid this question friends. If you are writing a main exam, kindly solve this question. Why? Because nowadays every student is solving direction question. Every student is solving coded inequality and getting 5 marks. Syllogism, all the students are brilliant in other topics. But if we see, if there are 30 to 40 lakh students of writing SBI PO, only 5,000 students are trying to attend these kinds of blood relation question. Out of these 5,000, all the 5,000 are not getting an answer. Only few, that is 100 or 500 students are getting this answer in the exams. So inside this 500, I need all my subscribers to be there. Only thing is that I am going to teach you now the proper methodology to solve these types of questions, right? So because of not knowing the proper methodology only, students are not able to solve this question in their exams. So friends, I am ready to help you now how to solve these kinds of questions and how to segregate the problem, and if it is a type 1 problem, what we need to do. If it is a type 2 problem, what we need to do. So I am going to teach you now. So after segregating this type, so we can go on to the sum. So first of all friends, see these two questions. First question and second question. It is one of the circular arrangement question that is based on blood relation, right? So if you read this question friends, in the first 3 lines of the question, just see whether any clue word is given. See here friends, in the first question, whether any clue word is given? No. There are 8 persons sitting in a circle and they are facing centers. And some of the hobbies are given and the question gets started. They didn't give you how many male members, how many female members are there, whether there are married couples are there. Nothing is given in the question. And see similarly the second question, there are 8 members sitting in a circle facing center and the question gets started. Friends, if you find a question like this in your exams, our target is to find the circular arrangement and also we need to find the relationship of the person. So according to my methodology, if you find these types of question in your exam that is without any clue word, just listen carefully friends. These kinds of question, in order to solve fastly, our full concentration 95%, our full concentration should be only on finding the relationship of the person, not the circular arrangement. Friends, got it? Only 5% we need to concentrate on this circular arrangement friends. Why? Because if you concentrate more on circular arrangement, we can't able to get the answer for these kinds of sum, that is without a clue word. There will be so many conditions, so many possible chances in a circle. So friends, if you need to solve fastly, first see how the question is, whether they have given a clue word or not. So in these two questions, similarly there are a lot of questions, but in these types of question where the clue word is not given, we doesn't know male person, we doesn't know female person, we doesn't know how many couples are there, nothing. So if this question occurs in your exam, our target is not to solve the circular arrangement. Our only target 95% to finish this relationship of the person. If you finish this relationship of the person, solving a circular arrangement is easy. So according to our methodology, we used to call these sum as type number 1. So friends, see the type number 2 question friends. This is type number 2. If we see this type number 2, similarly in the first line they have said that there are 8 persons and they are sitting in a circle and facing center. See the second line friends, there are 3 married couples. They have given a clue, right? Not only in this question, though it is a complex question, definitely in the first 3 or 4 lines there will be some clue. There are 3 female members are there. There are 2 married couples are there. So these are the clue words which they have given in a question itself, that is first 3 lines. So according to my methodology, I used to say this is type 2 question. If it is type 2 question, our concentration should be on 50% on the arrangement and 50% on the relation. Then only you can solve the question within 1 or 2 minutes. By only concentrating on a circular arrangement or otherwise only concentrating on the relationship finding, you can't able to solve these kinds of question faster in your exam, friends. If you are a brilliant, you can solve, but the person who are not brilliant, that is average or a beginner level, this is the proper methodology to solve those questions, friends. So what is type number 1, what is type number 2? Be sure that type number 1, if there is no clue given in a question, which is type number 1. If they have given some clue in a question, it is type number 2. If it is type number 2, our target is to solve the relationship first, then only we need to go for circular arrangement. If it is type number 2, our concentration should be on both relationship finding and also in circular arrangement. So friends, let me move on to the 3 different questions, so that I am going to solve all the 3 different questions, how to solve these kinds of questions faster. So let me move on to this question, friends. Let me move on to the circular arrangement question that is based on blood relation topic, right? So let me move on to this question now. P, Q, R, S, W, V, T, U. So there are 8 persons and they are sitting in a circle and they are facing centers, right? And they have given some of the hobby of the person, which is TV, music, walking, cooking, singing, reading, dancing. Okay, they have given some of the hobbies. This is the first 3 line of the question, friends. By seeing the first 3 line of the question, we can clearly say that this is the question that is based on type number 1. Why? Because we know that if it is a type number 1, according to our concept, type number 1 is that there won't be any clue. That is, they won't say how many male members are there, how many female members are there. There is no clue given in the question. If the question is like this, then we have already told you that in the initial video itself, this is type number 1. If it is type number 1, we should not concentrate on the circular arrangement. Our target, our only target is to find the relationship between the 8 person, right? If it is a direct statement, just go for the circular arrangement, or otherwise our complete concentration should be only on finding the proper relationship between the person, between that 8 person, right? So let me move on to the first point, friends. P is head of his family and sit third to left of his wife Q, right? So first point, they have given that P is head of his family. They have said that P is the head of his family and sit third to left of his wife Q. So P is having a wife, which is Q. So I can clearly say that P is having a wife, right? So wife Q. If it is Q is a wife, then Q should be a female person. So according to me, circle is denoted for a female person and P were denoted for a male person, right? And this is a direct statement, right, where Q left hand side at the third place P is sitting. So I can put Q here, Q left hand side 1, 2, 3. At the third place P is sitting and P is a male person and where Q is a female person. Because of a direct statement, I am just concentrating on both circular arrangement and also finding a relationship between the persons, right? So let me move on to the second line, friends. T has 2 sisters and sits second to right of his grandfather, whose hobby is watching TV. Friends, before moving on to the second line, when we target the first line, friends, they have said that P is head of his family, right? If P is head of his family, so we can clearly know that there are 8 persons, right? So if P is head of the family, if the 8 persons are in a single generation, that is, if the 8 persons are inside the one generation, then definitely P should be father. If the entire 8 persons are depend upon 2 generation relationship, then P should be grandfather. Friends, got it? So whatever the 8 person be, if the complete relationship between the 8 person is based on only one generation, then definitely P should be father. Why? Because P should be head of his family, right? If this entire the 8 person, if it is a 2 generation, then definitely P should be grandfather. So our target is to find whether the relationship is one generation, that is first generation based on, or it is based on second generation, right? So friends, I am going to have a glance at the question. I am not going to read a question. My only glance is that whether the 8 person is based on first generation or 8 person they are targeting second generation, right? So see the 7th point, friends, just have a glance. If we see the 7th point, we have found 2 words, one is son and son, so definitely first generation. Have a glance at 6th point. If I have a glance at 6th point, I have found a son, sister-in-law, so it is also a first generation. Move on to the 5th point. I have found mother-in-law, so it is also first generation. Fourth point, okay, no way. Third point, right? Third point, I have found a word brother, so brother is 0 generation, right? And I have found a word father is first generation. So third point, fourth point, fifth point, sixth point, seventh point, this 4 or 5 points were just showing that the relationship is based on only first generation. But look at the second point here, friends. T has 2 sisters and sit second to right of his grandfather. So they are talking about a grandfather, so definitely the person grandfather should be there. So I can clearly say that P is head of the family, then this entire arrangement is based on 2 generation, and P should be definitely grandfather. Friends, got the idea? So this is the most important line, and they have said that in this 8 person there is a person called grandfather, so we can definitely say that P is grandfather and Q is grandmother, right? Okay, T has 2 sisters, right? So okay, T is having 2 sisters, right? And sit second to right of his grandfather. Listen carefully, friends, of his grandfather. People might think that where the most important word in this question is wife, grandfather, grandmother. This is wrong, friends. The major word that plays in this blood relation question is that not sitting right or grandfather or grandmother. The major word is the word is, the word er, the word im. These are the 3 important words that plays a vital role in these types of blood relation questions, right? See here, what is his grandfather? If we say his grandfather, then T should definitely a male person, right? So T is having 2 sisters. We doesn't know who the 2 sister is, but he is sitting second to right of his grandfather. If T is saying that I am having a grandfather, then T should not be come here, right? Only possible chance that T should come here. Why? Because then only he can say P as grandfather, that is a second generation person, right? So T should be a male person and T is having 2 sisters. Right? So I can rub this condition, friends, right? So T is having 2 sisters and T is calling P as grandfather, right? And there is a direct statement that grandfather right hand side at a second place T is sitting. We know that P is grandfather, so P is right hand side 1, 2 at a second place where T is sitting. We know that T is a T is a male person, right? Okay, and whose hobby is watching TV? So that a grandfather hobby is watching TV. So what about grandfather here? So grandfather hobby is watching TV, right? Okay. Yes, sit immediate left of her brother. Friends, listen carefully. Yes, sit immediate left of her brother. What is the meaning of her brother? Her brother shows that the S should be a female person. So we have found S is a female person and S is having a brother. So brother left hand side, the person S is sitting. That is the sister is sitting. But we doesn't know who is brother. Right? Okay. Who sit in front of his father? Friends, listen carefully. Who sit in front of his father? Where who determines the brother? So brother is sitting in front of his father. Right? So friends, if I see this condition until we have made the arrangement here, I can say that T is having 2 sisters. And they have said that S is a female person and having a brother, and his brother is having a father, right? So I can say one thing, friends, whether S can be placed here or S can be placed here, right? I can have an idea to place, but I can't exactly say whether S should come here. S can also come here. So we doesn't know properly whether S should be placed here or S should be placed here. So the condition should be kept as it is, but don't think in the circular arrangement. That will make you tensed in your exam. So better leave the circular arrangement. Our concentration should be entirely on solving this blood relation of the 8 persons, right? Okay. Who sit in front of his father? Leave the line, friends. See here, we sit between the person who likes swimming and singing. So we is sitting between the person who like swimming and singing. See here, friends, her hobby is reading. What is the meaning of her hobby? If they say her hobby is reading, so we should definitely a female person. And we have found another thing, we is a female person, right? Okay, from the line we can't able to, don't look at the circular arrangement, friends. Don't look at the circular, right? Our target is to fill this. Move on to the 5th point. You sit in front of her mother-in-law, right? So you sit in front of her mother-in-law. See here, friends, her mother-in-law. If her mother-in-law, then definitely you should be a female person. If you is calling some person as mother-in-law, we know that you is a female person. So you should have an husband. So husband, mother only, he can call it as a mother-in-law. So we have got a clue that you is a female person and he should have an husband. So we doesn't know who's the husband, but this husband should have a mother and his mother, then only you should call this person as mother-in-law, right? And they have said that mother-in-law whose hobby is music. So the person hobby is music. So his mother-in-law hobby is music, right? So we doesn't know where to fix here. Okay, let it be, right? So let me move on to the next point, friends. W's son hobby is walking, right? So W has a son and his hobby is walking. Friends, listen carefully. W is having a son. We know that P is head of the family and we can't able to place W here. If I place W here, then W's son should like walking. So it will move on to the third generation, then it will become 3 generation. Then the word will be great grandfather will be P. So we know that this arrangement is based on only 2 generation and W is having a son, so we can't able to place W here. So only one possible chance, W should be placed here, and W is having a son and his hobby is walking. So if I place W here, either W son can be T. Got it? Because W has a son, so W son can be T. So let it be, but we can't able to say exactly whether W son is T or not, right? R and his sister-in-law like singing. Friends, they have said that R and his sister-in-law. So if R and his sister-in-law, then definitely, see friends, R and his sister-in-law is determines that R is a male person, right? R is having a sister-in-law. So if R is having a sister-in-law, then R brother's wife, right? So R should have a brother and brother's wife only this person. So only R can call it as sister-in-law, right? Likes singing and cooking respectively. So we can say that R likes singing and the person who is sister-in-law likes cooking. Okay. Let me move on to the next point, right? Okay, whether let me try to fix anything? No way, right? So let me move on to the 7th point. Q has 2 sons and one of son hobby is singing. Friends, see here, Q has 2 sons. Q is having 2 sons. And they have said that one hobby is singing. If Q has 2 sons, I can clearly say that this person should be a male person, right? So if this person is a male person, I can assume and say, friends, if Q has 2 sons, one is W, and we know that R is having a brother and brother wife he is calling a sister-in-law. So W is one of the male person, so his brother should be definitely R. And we know that U is married to some person and his mother-in-law likes music. So I can say that W has a son. If W has a son, so we can clearly say one thing, that W should have a wife. Then only he must have a son, right? So W should be married to some person, and here we have a clue that U is married to some person. So I can fix U here. So U's mother-in-law is Q, and they have said that mother-in-law likes music, right? So now we have fit this clue inside this arrangement, and we have found that U's husband is W and U is calling Q as mother-in-law, right? So friends, W as a son, so I can clearly say that W's son should be definitely T. And we know that T likes, they have said that T likes walking, right? W's son is, so he likes walking. And there are only 2% remaining. We already know that S is a female person and he is having a brother, so definitely S should come here. And another thing, we know that V is also a female person, so only one possible chance, V should come here. Friends, till now we didn't touch the circular arrangement, right? When you finish this blood relation, solving this circular arrangement is easy, so easy, right? So check whether we have found every S, T, V, W, R, right? So 6 and 8. So we have completed the blood arrangements between the 8 persons, right? So next our target is to find their professions and their hobby, where V is reading. So V is reading. What about U, friends? Whether they are talking about U is mother-in-law. So mother-in-law likes music. We have done music here, and we know that P is watching TV, and we know that R is singing. So R is singing, and U is sister-in-law, that is E is cooking. and V is reading. What about W and S? Friends, see here, W son Obi is walking, right? R and the sister-in-law like singing. They have said that W son is walking, and they have said that Q has two son. One is W and another is R. See here, friends, Q has two son and one son Obi is singing. One son Obi is singing. So we doesn't know what about the Obi of W, and we doesn't know what about the Obi of S. So we have just completed the clue. Let me move on to the arrangement now, friends, right? See here, friends, we know that S sit immediate left of her brother, right? Who is S brother? T. So S brother left hand side, S should come. So we know that T is the brother. So brother left hand side, S should come. So S should definitely come here. And they have said that U sit in front of her mother-in-law. U sit in front of her mother-in-law. We know that U's mother-in-law is Q. So U and Q should be opposite in direction. So Q is here. So definitely U should come here, where U is a female person, right? So remaining still we have 3 person. Okay. S sits to left of his brother. U sit in front of his father. His brother is sitting in front of his father. We know that S brother is T. He is sitting in front of his father, where T's father is W. So definitely W should come here. We know that W is a male person, but we doesn't know what hobby he likes, right? So see here, friends, we sit between the person who likes swimming and singing. They have said that we should be placed between the person who likes swimming and singing. Let me fix V here, friends. If I fix V here, then the person on the left hand side and the right hand side should be either swimming or singing. But here we know that Q likes music. So definitely the person V should not be placed here. Let me fix V here. If I place V here, the remaining only person is R, right? We know that V is a female person. If I place V here, the person who is between V, that is left hand side and right hand side, should like either swimming or singing. If R is placed here, we know that definitely R is singing, right? So if R is singing and we know that R is a female person, then definitely W should like swimming, right? Why? Because he is sitting between the person swimming and singing. So definitely the person W should be singing, and R is reading. I think only one profession is missing, friends. We know that T is walking, and we know that what about U? U is cooking, and only one thing remaining, that is a hobby for S. I think he is dancing, right? He is dancing. So finally we have concluded this arrangement, friends. So easy. Give the same arrangement to your friends and ask them to solve. They will definitely take more than 4 minutes or 5 minutes, right? So if they solve in 1 minute, they are so brilliant. But only one thing, friends, you should practice a lot on these types of question. So this is type number 1 question. In type number 1 question, you just watched what is my methodology of solving. Completely I have read the question, and my target is fully on the arrangement. After completing this arrangement, this circular the circle which I have made is so easy, right? I am not at all thinking about the circular arrangement. Now after completing this, when we solve the circular arrangement, is entirely easy. So don't afraid that whether we can't able to solve this question. You can solve this question if you use this proper methodology in your exams. So let me move on to the type number 2 question. Let me move on to the second question, the circular arrangement that is based on blood relation. Let me move on to the question now. P, Q, R, S, W, X, Y, Z are sitting around a circle and there are facing centers. The husband of Z sits second to right of Q, where the question starts. Friends, see here, friends, before the question starts, they have given only one line that there are 8 persons and all are sitting in a circle and all are facing center. When any clue word is given, any male persons are there, how many female persons are there, how many married couples are there, none of the clue is given in the question. If none of the clue is given in the question, we can definitely say that according to our methodology, it is type number 1. So if it is type number 1, our full concentration should be only on solving the relationship of the person. That is, we need to determine what is the relationship between the 8 persons. Our target is not to solve the circular first. Our only target is to find the relationship between all the 8 persons. If it is a direct statement, go for the circular arrangement, or otherwise don't touch this arrangement until we find the relationship of the 8 persons, right? So friends, in a previous sum also it is type number 1. So in order to make you strong, so again this question is type number 1, right? So let me solve this question, friends, right? The husband of Z sit second to right of Q. right? They have said that the husband of Z sit second to right of Q. In the first line itself, we have noted one thing, that husband of Z. So if Z is having an husband, see here friends, if Z is having an husband, so we can definitely say that Z should be a female person, right? So if Z is having an husband, then Z is a female person and sits second to right of Q. So Q, right hand side, at a second place, husband of Z is sitting. This is a direct statement, right? So I can say that fix Q here. Q, right hand side will be this side, at a second place, that is here, husband of Z is sitting. Okay friends, Q, right hand side, second place, husband of Z is sitting, but we doesn't know who comes here, but husband of Z should come here, right? And where husband of Z, so Z must be definitely wife, but we doesn't know who is the husband. Okay, who is sitting between two males? Friends, where who determines Q? Q is sitting between two males. They have said that Q is sitting between two males. This is also direct statement. So I can say that Q is sitting between two males. Because of direct statement, I am concentrating on circular arrangement, right? Okay. X sit second to left of daughter of Z. They have said that X is sitting second to left of daughter of S. So friends, by seeing this question, we doesn't want to bother about where is X and where he is sitting. Don't bother about that. Our target is to find the relationship. But they have said that S as a daughter. Got it friends? S sits second to left of daughter of S. So should definitely have a daughter, right? So S is having a daughter. Right, this is the first clue and this is the second clue they have given. X is sister of Y, so Y is having a Y sister is X, so Y sister is X. This is another clue, so Y sister is X. So because of female person, I am just drawing a circle here. X is not an immediate neighbor of Z's husband. They have said that X is not an immediate neighbor of Z husband. So we know that Z husband should come here. They have said that X is not an immediate person. So X should not come here and X should not come here. These two places where we should not place X. Only one person sits between P and X. They have said that only one person sits between P and X. Don't bother about arrangement. P is father of Y. So Y father is P. So friends, we already know that Y sister is X and here they have said that Y father is P. So Y father is P. So Y X, then Y's father is P. Okay, Y father is P. Yes, who is brother of Z? So we can clearly say that Z's brother is S. So Z brother is S. Friends, listen carefully friends. See here. Yes as a daughter, but we doesn't know who is the person, right? And now they have said that Z brother is S. So if Z brother is S, then S should definitely a male person. Is Z brother is S, and we know that S is having a daughter, but we doesn't know who is the daughter, but S is having a daughter. And we have just merged this second clue into this first clue, right? Okay. Sit to the immediate left of his mother. Friends, listen carefully. Yes, who is brother of Z? So Z brother is S. Sits to the immediate left of his mother. What is the meaning of his mother? So S is having a mother, right? So S is having a mother. So from the fourth line, we have just made two arrangements. Find the clue number 2 into clue number 1, and second is we have noted one thing, that S is having a mother, right? Only one person sits between Z's mother and W, right? So friends, only one. Okay, Z is, if Z and S are brother sisters, definitely Z should have a mother. So don't worry about the arrangement friends. Only one person sits between Z and Y. Okay, leave the question. Y is mother of R. Friends, see here, R mother is Y. So let me fix here friends. R mother is Y. This is Y. Okay. Y is not an immediate neighbor of W. They have said that Y is not an immediate neighbor of W, right? Let me leave the arrangement friends. Friends, we have finally made S and Z are brothers and sisters, and R mother is Y, Y father is P, and Y and X are sisters. So friends, try to fix this condition here friends. We know that Z is having an husband. Friends, got it? Z is having an husband. So only two female person are here. So only male person which we have found is P. So I can clearly say that P should come here and Y should come here. Just fix this clue number 1 into this main arrangement friends. So P is Z husband. Then we know that Y's father is P. and our mother is Y, but we doesn't know whether R is male or female, but they have said that our mother is wife and Y sister is X, right? I think still we have 2% remaining, and one is W and another is Q, right? So these 2 persons are remaining, but we doesn't know W or Q is mother of S. Okay friends, let me see. Friends, they have said that only one person sits between Z's mother and W. Friends, listen carefully. Only one person sits between Z's mother and W. If there is only one person sits between Z's mother and W, then definitely W could not be an S mother. So I can clearly say that only 2 persons are remaining and W can't be a mother of S. So only Q can be a mother of S. So S daughter should be definitely W. So we can clearly say that the daughter of S should be W, right? So friends, now we have completely made this blood relationship between this 8 person, and our next target to solve this circular arrangement, right? So once if you finish this relationship, solving this is going to be so easy, friends. See here, the main target is husband of Z. Who is the husband of Z here? Husband of Z is P. So we have found that husband of Z is P, and P is a male person, right? Okay, right. Let me try to solve the remaining areas, friends, right? Only one person sits between P and X. They have said that between P and X there is only one person sitting. So if only one person sitting, definitely X can't be placed here. So only one possible chance, X should be placed here, right? Okay, between P and X there is a gap of one person. Let me see, friends. X sit second to left of daughter of S. So S daughter. Who is S daughter here? S daughter is W. So W left hand side at a second place, X should come. So if W left hand side second place, X should come. So definitely W should come here. Why? Because all are facing center. So W left hand side at a second place, X should come. We know that X is a female person. And what about W? W is also female person, right? W is also female person. So still we have so many persons are remaining. Okay, let it be. X is not an immediate neighbor, only one person. P is father, right? These are the thing which I have already done. S, who is brother of Z, sits to the immediate left of his mother. Friends, S is sitting to the immediate left of his mother. S mother is Q. So Q's left hand side, immediately S should come. So Q left hand side will be this side. So definitely here S should come, right? They have said that the immediate neighbors of Q should be a male person, right? And here we have found that S is a male person. So I can clearly say that Q left hand side, S should come, right? Okay. Only one person sits between Z's mother and W. Whose Z mother? Z mother is Q, and they have said that there is only one gap of Z's mother and W, right? Z's mother is Q, so Z mother and W there is only one gap, right? We have already done, but Z is a female person, right? Only one person sits between Z and Y. See here, friends, there is only one person that is sitting between Z and Y. 3 places are remaining, here, 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 but they have clearly said that only male person should come here. So where Z and Y, both the persons are female. Friends, got it? They have said that only one person should be between Z and Y. We can't able to place Z and Y here. Why? Because this is the only place for male person. Only possible chance, either Z can come here or Y can come here, or Z can come here, Y can come here. But there is no possible place that no possible chance that Z and Y can come here, right? Remaining only one person, that is R, should definitely come here, right? If R is come here, we know whether the R is male or female person, but now we have confirmed that R is a male person, right? So we need to place Y and Z at a proper place. Friends, see here, Y is not an immediate neighbor of W. Y should not be an immediate neighbor of W. So Y should not come here, then definitely Y should be placed here. They have said that between Y and Z there should be a gap of one person. So Z should come here. We know that these 2 persons are female. So finally we have made this arrangement, friends. This is so easy, only if you follow the proper methodology. If you doesn't know the proper methodology, solving this sum will be so critical, friends. Why? Because people may do one thing, that they used to draw more than 3 or 4 diagrams, and they used to solve simultaneously the arrangements also, and finally they will get confused and they can't able to get an answer at a right time, right? So if you follow this methodology, I won't say that you can solve within 1 minute or fraction of a second, but you can get the answer clearly and correctly, where you can get 5 marks by just solving in 2 minutes, right? I think this question will definitely take you only 2 minutes, friends. Let me move on to the third question. Let me move on to the last question on the circular arrangement that is based on blood relation, right? So let me move on to this question now. A to H, there are 8 persons in a family sitting around a circle and there are facing centers. The following information is known about them. There are 3 married couples. Friends, see here, in this question, in the first line of the question, they have said that there are 8 persons. And they all are sitting in a circle and they are facing center, and they have given a clue that there are 3 married couples inside the 8 person. Friends, got it? Inside the 8 person there are 3 married couples. We have a clue in a question. If we have a clue in a question, right, so it is definitely type number 2 according to our methodology. If it is type number 2, in the initial video itself I have told you one thing. If we are going to solve a type number 2 blood relation, that is circular arrangement based on blood relation, so your concentration should be 50% on the circular arrangement and 50% on finding their relationship. This is most important, friends. In previous 2 sums where we are not concentrating on circular arrangement, but in this sum, because of type number 2, they have given a clue about there are 3 married couples. Not only this 3 married couple, friends, in most of the questions just go and solve all the complex arrangement where the clue is given in a question. If this clue is given in every complex or whatever difficult sum, so our concentration should be on 50% on the circular arrangement and 50% on the finding a relationship between them. So let me move on to this question. E is third to right of B. See here, friends, B right hand side at the third place, E should come. So it is a direct statement, right? So I can place B here. So B right hand side at the third place, E. So B right hand side will be this side. So 1, 2, 3. So E should come here. And exactly 2 persons is between G and E. So between G and E there should be a 2 person, right? We have already placed E here, so definitely G should come here. Why? Because, friends, we can't able to place G here, but they have clearly said that between G and E there should be a gap of 2 person, right? So between G and E there is a gap of 2 person where we can't able to place G here because already here it is B. Okay, C is to the right of his grandson. See here, friends, C is to the right of his grandson, right? So C is having a grandson. We can clearly know from this point that C is having a grandson. So let me move on to the finding those relationship, friends. So C is having a grandson. So we doesn't know who is grandson. Okay, we doesn't know who is the grandson. So box B doesn't know who is the grandson, right? But we can clearly say that the person who is going to be a grandson, and he can call this C as a grandfather, right? So friends, why I have put 2 arrow mark here? Because from this person where C is a grandfather and he is a second generation person, right? So the person who is going to come here, he should have father or mother. So his mother or father can be a C, which is grandfather or grandmother, right? So friends, listen carefully. Every time I have told you one thing, that the word him, her, is most important. See here, C is to the right of his grandson. What is meaning of his grandson? So if it is his grandson, then definitely we can say that C is a male person. So friends, we have found one thing, that C is having a grandson. So we doesn't know who is the grandson, but he can call C as grandfather, right? So from the second line we have made a clue here. So let me move on to the third line, friend. F is son-in-law of D. Friends, see here, D's son-in-law is F. So if D is calling a person son-in-law, then definitely D should have a daughter. Friends, got the idea? If D should have a daughter, then this daughter's husband can be F. Friends, got it? Why? Because see here, D is son-in-law of F. So if D is calling son-in-law F, so D should have a daughter. Daughter husband only, where D can call him as son-in-law, right? And his daughter is A, where and represents F. So F daughter is A. So F has a daughter, which is A, right? So F has a daughter, which is A. Okay, friends, who sit to the left of her aunt E? Friends, listen carefully. After reading this line, who sit to the left of her aunt E? Okay, friends, and we have found one thing, that A is having an aunt, that is E, right? So if A is having an aunt, we doesn't know whether we need to place E here. If father sisters can be called aunt, right? So whether E can be placed here. or E can be placed here. Friends, got it? Why? Because A is calling some person, that is E, as an ant. So we doesn't know whether E should come here or E should come here. So let it be, but we have found that E is an ant. So E is a female person, right? So I can clearly say that E is a female person, and okay, let it be, right? So who is opposite to D? So D opposite E should come. We have already placed E here. So D opposite side E should come, right? G and E are sister-in-law. They have said that G and E are sister-in-law. Okay, G and E are sister-in-law. If there are sister-in-law, then definitely both the person should be female person, right? But we have already placed G here, so G is a female person. But now we have found that G and E is sister-in-law. Friends, if G and E is calling a sister-in-law, we know that A's aunt is E. So definitely E can't be placed here. Friends, got it? Why? Because A's aunt only E. If I place E here, then A's mother will be E. So definitely E can't be placed here. Only one possible chance. Either E can place here, one possible, or otherwise there is another possible whether E can be placed here. But our target is only thing whether E should be placed here or E should be placed here. If any one side we have placed E, then the remaining will be G, right? Only then they both G and E can call as sister-in-laws, right? Okay, let me move on to the next line. H is unmarried. Okay, they have said that there is one person which is H is unmarried. Okay, we doesn't know where to place H, while F has no siblings. Friends, listen carefully. F is having no siblings. What is the meaning of siblings? F is having no sisters and brothers. So we have one clue that already in this line we have found one thing. Either E should come here or E should come here. Now they have said that F is has no sibling. That means F is not having any brothers or sister. So definitely E should come here, right? So and G should come here. Only then where G can call E as sister-in-law. So both are sister-in-law. If E and G are sister-in-law, then definitely E should be married to some person, some male person, but we doesn't know who is that. Friends, got it? How I just confirm it, friends? F has no siblings. If F has no siblings, F has no brothers and sisters. So if F is not having brothers and sisters, but A is calling E as an aunt, so there is no possible of placing E here. So only possible where E should be placed here and A's mother should be G. But still we have two places remaining, and they have said H is unmarried. Friends, if H is unmarried, we can't able to place H here. So only one possible chance, H should be placed here, and the remaining only one letter, I think B should be placed here, right? So still now they have, in the initial stage of the question, they have said that there should be a 3 married couples. We have found one couple here and we have one couple here, and H is unmarried, so we can't make these two persons as a couple. So these two persons should definitely be a couple. So D should be a female person, then only both the person can be a couple, right? So finally we have concluded this arrangement, friends, and we have still a last line. Each couple has at least one child. They have said that each couple should have at least one child, right? So each couple at least, that is the minimum one child, where this is one couple having minimum one child, and this is another couple having minimum one child, and these two are another couple having minimum one child, though they are having two. So we doesn't bother about that. They have said that minimum one child should be there. Okay, so finally we have completed this arrangement. Let's see here, friends. G, D, B have been placed. We know that B is a male person, and what about D here? We know that D is a female person, right? So let me do the remaining person. C is to the right of his grandson. So grandson right hand side, C should be there. So C's grandson is H. So H right hand side, C should come. So we have to place H here. So friends, still we have 4 places remaining. So let me move on, because H can be placed here or C, or H can be placed here or C. So we have still confusion, right? So let me move on to the next point. A, who sit to a left of her aunt E. They have said that E is an aunt, right? So E is left hand side, A should come. So E is left hand side, A should come. So definitely A should come here. We know that A. What about A? A is a female person. So A is a female person, and they have said that grandson's left and right hand side, C should come. So the grandson is H. So H right hand side, C should come. So only 2 places here. So H should definitely come here. H right hand side will be this side, and H right hand side, the C should come. So H right hand side C. We know that H is a male person. And what about C? C is also a male person, right? So still we have only one thing missing, that is F. So finally we can place F here, which is a male person. So finally we have concluded this arrangement, friends. Though you take any complex arrangement that is based on blood relation, but only thing is that if they given you any clue in the question, concentrate both the circular arrangement and also the relationship, finding the relationship between the persons, right? So friends, solving these types of question in our exam is most important. So practice lot. Don't practice a coded inequality, direction, all these topic. Keep those topic aside and just concentrate on the blood relation that is based on circular arrangement, that is linear arrangement, not only circular, linear arrangement, complex arrangement, where you can get from other students. Thank you so much, friends, for watching this video. Bye.